Welcome back to channel 2435 with your hosts Jahnaya and Danae. On today's agenda, we'll be discussing Rosenzweig's and Bush's views on the Illinois budget. And here are some of our editors to give you a little bit of the background info.
Thank you, Dana. As many people are aware, Illinois has been without a state budget for almost 2 years. This has led to the potential closing of many high schools and colleges all throughout Illinois. According to John Boyman, the lack of budget has also deprived more than 1 million people of services they badly need, including mental health services, substance abuse treatment, child care, senior care, HIV prevention, and even more food programs.
Currently, the governor of Illinois, Bruce Rauner, plans to give our legislators the right to regulate workers' salaries, decreasing the cost of workers' compensation, insurance, and increasing taxes in an attempt to close the current budget deficit. Since many people within the House have denied this plan due to the harmful effects it would have to the middle class, the question of whether or not Illinois would be able to develop an effective state budget by the next election taking place on November 6th still remains. But for now, back to Jana for some more insights on how our new potential senators plan to overcome this budget crisis.
Thank you, Kayla. While I really hope the new plan can be made fast, the election is less than a week. While in the hunt to find an effective solution, candidates Mike Amrozalowicz and Mike Melinda voice their individual opinions and strategies that they believe will benefit Illinois in the long run. Within today's statistics, they've shown that Illinois currently has been over $110 billion in unfunded pension liabilities, billions of unpaid bills, and the lowest credit rating in the nation. Due to the fact that Illinois spends 11% of its annual revenue just on servicing the debit, it takes away about $4 billion a year. That could be going towards our local schools, universities, social service agencies, and many more public affairs. Aware of these problems, Mike Amrozalowicz plans to build a revenue by increasing workers' compensation reforms, cutting government spending, and general wants Illinois to prioritize their spending. Mike wants to balance their budget in a responsible way that protects taxpayers. Mike wants people within Illinois to balance all of their budgets by spending less than they take in. He believes that it isn't fair for the Magdalene Democrats to continually ask you to pay more just because they're financially irresponsible. That's the good point. Who would want to spend more than they make? But let's take another perspective. Here's Donna to tell us more about Melinda Bush's stance on the topic.
Thank you, Jana. It's obvious that both candidates want to create more revenue for Illinois, but Melinda Bush has another approach. Instead, Melinda focuses on bringing in large businesses to create more jobs. She also wants to cut down on the members within the government. Melinda believes that there should be a reduction in wages, benefits, and pensions for the elected officials, since she believes strong leadership skills is an important factor in creating a strong economy. Along with wanting to build a strong government, Bush also wants to condense the number of organizations, programs, agencies, and etc. that aren't efficient in order to save money and to decrease the budget. Having a strong connection to locals within Lake County, Bush stands by the idea that members of the General Assembly shouldn't be able to get a gift for their district in exchange for a vote. It just perpetrates the scourge of the transactional politics that has plagued this state for decades. In other words, bribing voters leads to a negative effect on Illinois as a whole and becomes a long-lasting problem that oftentimes never gets fixed until someone acknowledges it. Wow, these are a lot of ideas. Hopefully they both hold true to their words. Well, that's all for today's topic. Join us next time, Thursday, to hear who won and how the people feel about it. This is Danae Lopez coming to you from channel 2435. Thank you and have a great night.